have essentially, with TikTok, the most powerful propaganda tool in history. It's the most ascendant platform in history. It's gone from 600 million to 6 billion. And the wonderful thing about America is our optimism, but the Achilles heel of that is that we're much easier to fool than convince we've been fooled. And if you look at age and how people feel about America, it's inversely correlated. And the negativity around America is positively correlated with consumption of social media and TikTok. And you can't lay this at the feet of all media or social media or TikTok, but what you can say is it's not incumbent upon us to prove that they're not doing it. It's incumbent upon them to prove that they're not doing it.
And they are doing it.
There was an attempt to ban it already, right? The Trump administration tried to do this, and there was a question about the actual security risk that it poses. I'm not making an argument about what security risk it poses because I don't know, but I think that as we're looking at the Biden administration and Congress as they're trying to do this, regardless of the choice that they make, there's going to be a giant, like very expensive, very long legal imbroglio because there's a First Amendment issue also, which is that, you know, the administration is not supposed to be stopping the free flow of information. And so I think that, you know, I don't know that the Biden administration has great answers here. I don't know that they have great choices now that this is such a cemented part of American life at this point.
So we can just do away with a hand wringing and talk about trade policy. There's asymmetric trade policy here. They let our media companies into China just long enough to steal our IP, kick us out, prop up a local entrepreneur, and capture all the value. Their equivalent of TikTok talks about prodigy pianists and how they want to be astronauts. And our TikTok talks about income inequality and election misinformation and a lot of good things. But again, the clips from tonight, there'll be some that reflect America in a good light, some that reflect in a poor light. Wouldn't they be stupid not to put their thumb on the scale?
Well, it's also about what they're getting, the data that they're stealing, that they're able to look at everything that somebody is doing on TikTok. Now, I don't know if they're going to get a lot of information from our kids because our kids don't know anything. But there is a lot of information to be gleaned. And just in general, I mean, I noticed this is the 20th anniversary of the Iraq War, and, you know, the naivete that we had with Iran taking over that country. It just makes me think about this, just in broad strokes. To not be naive about China, really, are they doing it? Of course they're doing it because they're the country that puts the Uyghurs in camps. They're the country that locks you in your apartment. If you had COVID, they did crazy things. It's a president for life. It's a surveillance state. And you know, I saw there's one congressman, Bowman of New York, who said this is wrong because it's racist. This crazy card that they play, some people, that you can't China, the new Islam, you can't criticize any human rights violations because it makes you racist.
Right.
I assume you give no quarter to that.
The conversation is 8 months ago when I said it should be banned on this show. I was called a jingoist and a racist. It's totally, the conversation's pivoted 180. C-SPAN yesterday was this alien network where Democrats and Republicans were agreeing. There's more unity. There's more unity in Congress now around this. People are more threatened by TikTok than Russian troops pouring over the border in Ukraine. I've never seen this kind of unity. By the way, this season of C-SPAN is just off the hook. I mean, but have you ever seen this kind of...
No, it's very rare.
They are going to pass legislation that gives the Commerce Department the ability to ban it. On the eve of the banning, the CCP will decide we have 300 billion reasons to give them their way, and we'll spin it. There's too much money at hand here. It'll be spun.